GoldToes, I want to give you props because I feel like you've been very instrument in terms of bridging the gap between Southern California and Northern California Latinos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just communicating with each other. A lot more conversations are happening naturally. You know what I'm saying? And more to come. It's going to take some time, but it's good to communicate and get on to another. For our future.
I was gonna say, do you think like in terms of like where that like just kind of the relationships of like certain artists with certain artists from up north to down south, or even guys like you, like who you've worked with like 10 years ago, would any of that stuff have been possible 5 years ago? Because it feels like there's been a lot more putting some of the politics shit to the side and just kind of uniting on
I mean, no, it wouldn't have been possible. I mean, it could have been, but I mean, it would have just been a lot more. It would have been a lot more. I would say. More complicated and difficult. I think through the times now and what's going on in the last few years within the prison system, I believe, has helped out things to help develop things in the streets. And, there's a lot of Latins that are not into no type of gangs or no type of politics that still feel subject to
just because where they're from.
Yeah, just to that and
geographically.
Yeah, geographically, and there needs to be some type of we're giving it a chance to. We're giving ourselves a chance to shine a little bit and to work together. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to take some time. And it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening right now. Mm-hmm. In your podcast. And again, I think beyond anything, I think that the thing that's important here is we're not trying to do anything that's just transactional. We want to do things that are transformational. You know what I'm saying? And that's the energy that we're on. Beyond just music, like, really building something that comes from a foundation of purity. Mm-hmm. Like this isn't just about a monetary gain. Mm-hmm. It's much more than that.
Setting an example.
Yeah, when we got together, we weren't like, "Oh, you're from over here." It connected.
It connected.
Clicked it right away.
Symmetrics were perfect.
We have a lot in common. So everything's just coming in. It's coming how it's supposed to be. We coming at it how it's supposed to come. Well, I want to go back and give a shout out to Pocos Pero Locos because that was a
legendary show.
Yeah, because I mean, it put on a lot of Latinos from everywhere. I think our tacos, man. This guy's, hey, man, hold on, man.
Taco man,
bro, we're in the middle of the podcast. Where you at?
The door locked.
The door's locked. Oh shit. Okay.
Cyrus, give us the wide angle.
All right, they're gonna go. My bad.
Just go grab him.
Take my phone, man. My bad.
It's okay. We're on the wide angle. He got us on the wide angle. We could keep
He's been
going.
calling me and calling. I'm like, fuck, man. Okay.
Tell him you're coming. No, I was gonna say, Pocos Pero Locos. Obviously, like I feel like Kool-Aid. I forget the DJ's name.
E-Dub.
They
did a lot for the culture.
For sure, man.
A lot. I remember Kool-Aid was a very big believer in it.
The Big Bad Network.
And E-Dub grew up in Oxnard. Mm-hmm. The Oxnard is heavy with the culture.
Shout out to the 805, man.
Yeah, shout out to the 805. And Kool-Aid opened that door, and we came, and the more they got syndicated, the more we got out there. So that was a good plug for us.
Yeah, and those OG Lowrider shows were crazy. I'm talking about like 06, 05, 07. Those were
yanking and cranking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell me kind of like, for people who don't know, you have GT Digital, which is your distribution
company, yep.
And these days, there's so many distribution companies popping up.
Right. Everybody's trying to do it. A lot of people try to do it. They just can't get clients.
Well, that's what I was going to say. For you, like, because I'm really, obviously I'm real tight with Ghazi and Nima and those guys. And as you are, you do a lot of business with Empire as well. There's companies like DistroKid, TuneCore, and 1RPM. There's so many independent distributors these days. What do you bring to the table that is unique?
I think that being my years of being in the record business, Black and Brown Entertainment, This Latin Records, knowing how to be a record label and the necessity of communication, dealing with the artists. People do want to give you their life of their heart, and then all of a sudden you got to talk to an email and you can't speak to nobody. With us, I have a staff. We're going to talk to you. I talk to you. I listen to the music. I'm in tune with everybody. And there's a lot of artists out there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm able to decipher who really wants it and who is necessary of that time to talk to them. Of course, everybody is, and we do. I believe there's enough time in our day to talk to everybody. That's the whole thing. We want to talk to you. I can at least give you 5 minutes to chop it up with you, see what's going on. How are you doing with your marketing? What do you need help in? Let me listen to your best song. First thing I do, what's your best song?
Right.
What's your best video? Let me see it. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing. This is what I'm doing. I'm in the music business. I want to listen to the music. You know, there's other companies that don't do none of that.
That is true. You gotta send an email. You gotta.
Yeah, that's it. Distro Kid ain't listening to your shit too.
Nah, for sure.
You think them motherfuckers they is not listening to your shit? They don't give you. You just loaded it up, put it in, and they gonna get their money. They gonna pay you.
Is it hard though? Like trying to be accessible to everybody.
You know what? Actually, it ain't. Nah.
Yeah.
It ain't, because most I'm gonna say most artists are only doing an album or two.
So
they're putting some motherfuckers they forget about, they even put something up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got some that are seriously into it, and then you could talk to them. They're gonna put something out. I mean, it's you know, like I said, 10-minute conversation is gonna go a long way.
Yeah.
I think that's what he does different, you know, because like he was talking about the communication. I think when there's communication with comprehension, it changes the dynamic of just communicating. When you communicate with comprehension, you understand what you're talking about. And I think he's really good at that. He's really good at letting them know, like, look, this is A, B, and C. This is the way it's supposed to happen. You do your part, I do my part, everybody wins. Instead of like, oh, my shit's out all over the, you know, in every platform.
Right.
So what?